Hi there again, everybody. Welcome back to Prestige Auctions. This tonight is the walkthrough for tomorrow's viewing. Of course, tomorrow's viewing is at the Pine Centre on the Coalsalt Yard, Convamore Road in Grimsby, where we're selling all the stuff in the building, including pine furniture, kitchens, wood, tools, machinery, you name it. We're going to be having a go at selling it, and of course this is going to be a cracking sale, we hope. Of course, if you want to come down to the viewing tomorrow, then the viewing is from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. The idea is today is we're going to show you me just giving you a bit of a chat about what's going on down there tomorrow. And of course you can come and bid live in the room on the 10th at Prestige Auctions, or if you can't make that or you're in a different part of the country, then you can bid using easyliveauction.com, which is our bidding platform. We do suggest you always pay the £3 fee on there. If you pay the £3 fee, there's no additional commission added to ours, which is a bonus. And we're going to be working closely with Eddie's Removals in Grimsby to get stuff shifted around the UK. So if you do need a quote to get anything moved, then don't hesitate to contact us. Right, okay, so if you are not sure what you're doing, this is what you need to do. Go on to Google like this, and then in the Google type in Easy Live Auction and click enter. There you go. You will then get the Easy Live Auction site. Click on it like that, and it will take you to their main homepage, and then there's a little tab at the top there that says Auctioneers. Click on that, and then if you type into that box there Prestige like so, press enter, it takes you there. You can see our logo there, Prestige Auctions. Click on it, and then it says current auctions 1. Click on that, and then there you are. That's the main title for the auction. So that's how you get to Easy Live Auctions. Once you click on that, you're then going to see the catalogue. Now this catalogue, it's about 417 lots, I believe it is, and there's all sorts in it. Now if you do want to bid, that's where you go there. You click on the register to bid there, put in your details. Once you've got your details in there, pay the £3 fee, then you'll be able to bid away. And you can bid already. You haven't got to wait for the auction to start. Okay, so get bidding straight away if you want. Anyway, so what is in this auction? Well, when you look at just to give you a quick run through of how you bid on Easy Live as well. So if lot number 1 came up there and it's this fireplace and you liked it, you got there starting bid. You can put your maximum bids in, but when it's the auction's live, it'll say bid now, and then you can just bid and bid away to whatever you want to bid to. Okay, so that's as simple as it gets. So lot number 1 is this medium pine fire surround. The sizes are there. Now what you got to remember is this place, it was a showroom. So all of these items, although new, may have signs of wear on them because they've been viewed and so on over the years as the place has been there. But what you'll find on these is when you look at some of these great items that are in the sale, like for instance this pine cupboard, when you look on the inside of it, I mean these are all solid pine. They smell great as well. That smell of wood is absolutely fantastic that's on them. And then look at all the designs and things on the inside. So stuff like this, you know, it's they're all there to be sold. This is, you know, whether you're a second-hand dealer, a side hustler, or whether you're just looking for things for your home, you know, this is a really good sale in terms of what there is available. Again, what you will find is on all of these, they've got the sizes as well. Now this one here is a triple bookcase. However, they're in 3 separate sections. So of course, the wise money here buys that and sells them all individually, because even though you've got a trim there and a trim there, it doesn't actually matter. They're good shelving units, good bookcases, whatever you want them to be. So look at those. There are things like this that you'd probably see, you know, sort of week on week in the auction room, sort of CD holders and things. But there's also a Caravan, this Bailey Caravan, I believe it was called. And again, it's in the room. Whether they just used it to sit in, I don't know. But when you look at the inside, it's all quite nice as well. Nice Caravan. with the fridge and all the rest of it there. So again, another nice piece that's in the sale that needs to go as well. So much of it does. Also got some of these radiator covers, again made from solid pine. They're not your cheap sort of ones that you get from the shops. And then this pine cooker hood as well. As you come here, you got this bench, pine bench. Looks like the old school benches, doesn't it, you used to have in the gyms. This one, the picture's the wrong way around, but that's a nice, very solid desk, that one. And very heavy. What you will find is a lot of this stuff, with it being solid wood, is heavy as well. Another nice fire surround there when you look at that one. Look at the design on that. Again, another extremely nice piece. Come to mirrors, more mirrors, and then this one here is this pine bed. So normal single bed, but again, look at the quality. The craftsmanship that's gone into this is absolutely second to none. The guy had a very successful business for many years because he made good quality items. The real absolute reason for this is that he's retiring. It's as simple as that. None of us can go on forever. So this pine unit there as well, again with the drawers in the center. You know, you'll be able to look at these things and decide to yourselves what you could use them for. But look at that, what a dresser that is. Absolutely stunning. You know, stuff like that in the auction room would make fair money. So you know, you need to look at these pieces and think, have I got a use for that? Can I put it somewhere? Will it go somewhere? Or shall I buy it and sell it and make some money? Who knows? And again, fire surround, this has got the insert as well, cast iron one. And again, don't be worried if you are somewhere else in the UK thinking, well, I'd love that, but I can't get it here. Speak to us, we'll speak to Eddie's, or you can ring Eddie's Removals direct and try and arrange a fee for how much it'll cost. If he ends up doing a few in the same day, it'll come down, the price will come down for people, so which would be good for everybody. This cupboard there, I'm not quite sure what sort of cupboard it is, what it was actually made for, but it's got the ventilation sort of louver doors on there as well. So again, another nice piece. And then this one here is a solid bed. And again, single bed, but again, extremely good quality. Everything in here is such good quality. Now, there was some stuff decorating items up, like these here, like these pewter teapots and things. And then these pieces here. And then this nice plank top desk as well, or table, whatever you want it to be, with the sort of spider legs there. And then we've even got a box of books, some fan, not a fan, that was actually an exercise machine. Not quite sure how that gets there, but of course stuff does tend to end up in these places over years and years, where people put stuff away. I'll just put that down there. Look at this one, this is nice, a solid pine blanket box as well. Again, extremely well made. As you come on to here, well, what have you got here? You've got some wine racks, and then another unit there, and then this wonderful bar. Look at this. You've even got the foot pegs at the bottom, lovely trims, nice bar. Lots of people, of course, are doing home bars these days, and if you have got a room, a man cave, or whatever you call it these days, this would fit in lovely. If you look at the back of it there, that's, you've got some shelving unit as well. You could even maybe put some pumps on here. I don't know, but you decide. Another dresser, another lovely one here with cupboards on this one as well, and drawers and more cupboards. So you've got lots of space to store all your stuff as well. This one here is a little table wine rack, and then 38 here is, I don't know why that's the main picture. Let's just go back to that, because this is actually a thin drop leaf table, and as you can see there, look, it's quite large but quite thin, so very good on storage, that one, for if you're looking to save space. One or two pieces like this, trims and things, and again, look at the quality on that, the way everything's been done. Again, extremely nice. I'm sure you could find a reason to buy that. You know, some of the things in the place you would maybe look at and think, well, why would I want that? But you've got to think, everyone looks at these kind of auctions a little bit differently, and they'll sort of think, well, I could use that for that. Think outside the box, because that's the way you're going to get some bargains at these auctions. Again, lots of nice, interesting pieces. I liked this one. Again, nice cupboard, you will notice on some of these pieces they've not quite been finished, all of them. Some of them need handles adding and so on. So when you look at that one, look all the different ways that one can open. When you come here, you've got spindles and you've got all the bits and bobs. You've got all sorts of spindles and legs. There's lots of stuff, you know, that was in the storage areas for this auction in this pine place, and all this stuff has got to go. It's all got to be sold. You know, you've just got, I mean, that there is for, you know, an understairs thing, so you can actually open the door on it, put it up next to the stairs, have a cupboard. Great thing is it's already been done for you. If you're thinking of doing that, why wouldn't you buy it? Another nice pine box, look, solid again, brand spanking new. And then fire inserts as well. Fire inserts like that one there. Again, no. Oh, sorry, I'm lying. I'm looking at that one wrong. Sorry, that's an overmantel mirror. Come on, Carl, sort yourself out. Yeah, so it's an overmantel mirror. Again, another nice piece. And as you come down here, stools or small tables or whatever they are, and you get on some of these pine wardrobes. I mean, look at these are solid pine. This is quality at its best, this one. And then you've got more cupboards there. Again, look at this one, and again, when you look inside, you know, that one's for maybe a TV unit, or could be converted to a bar, I suppose. Set of pine drawers, solid pine, but again, look at these, no handles even been fitted. So this was one of the items that was work in progress that never got finished. This one here, the handles have been fitted, and again, you know, another lovely solid pine wardrobe. It's got the rail and everything in there. You know, again, quality furniture. I quite liked this item here. This one, when you look at this was like a big wooden, like a blanket box almost, but when you open it up, all the compartments in there, again, look at that, really nice finish to that one as well. So, you know, again, all of these pieces, they're all there to buy as well. That's the great thing about this. You've got boxes of legs and mirrors and that big weight as well. Again, could be used for something, could be sold on. Then here, lot 61 all the way through, we've got all of these fire inserts for the sides of fire surrounds. These are all cast iron, and again, these would cost you a lot of money. So again, try and get these. But what about this sort of this log cabin, Wendy house, whatever you want to call it? It's 2-story, it's massive. Now the gentleman down there who owns this place, I was speaking to him, and he said it does come apart. This one comes to more like a flat pack thing, but it is big. So if you've got the sort of garden, all it just needs is the roofing felt putting on. But if you've got a big enough garden for something like this, and what a great treat that would be for the kids, maybe this Christmas. Like if you haven't got stairs going up to the upstairs thing on the inside. So again, another lovely piece, that one. What was the size of it? Yeah, 78 inches wide, 92 inches tall, and 96 inches deep. So you can see that is an extremely large item. As you come here, we've got pine desks and dressing tables. And then what about this? This is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wardrobes in one, is it? Yeah, and you've got all the solid pine drawers. It's all solid pine. Now this just does come apart. It's sort of sectioned. So if you was thinking of having this for something, then it can easily be moved into a house by taking the pieces apart. Okay, so just so you know on that one. As we come here, we then start moving on to bits of some more pieces of wood. Again, another fantastic wardrobe, solid pine again. Look at that one. And again, you know, why would you not look at these? Why would you not buy these? It really is a lovely load of stuff, this one. Pine beds, pine units, wardrobes. We've got pine boxes there. We even found this, you crazy fool, Mr. T sign, which was quite interesting to find. As you look here, we also found a mannequin. Anyone that watched the preview to that, Chris was doing something with that, to say the least. Anyway, we come down here, shelving units. We've even got a map. We've got the odd chair as well. And we've also got like bedside cabinets. What about this for a 4-poster bed? Slats not included on this one, so you need to put some pine slats or wooden slats across there and add a mattress, but I believe that was king size as well. And again, lot number 89, that one. So and it once again comes apart, so you can easily move it. This one here, another little side table, and then we started moving on to some of these pieces here. Look, this lovely fire surround. Look at that nice old piece that one is as well. And again, you know, there was the odd piece in there that's not just pine related. So, you know, it's not just all about the pine finish. Lovely pine shelving unit, a pine little coffee table, and then these little basket holder things, little tables, more spindles. There's loads of them, spindles and table legs and goodness knows what else. If you look at those, they're actually brand new in the boxes, these. So whether those bought in that or whether those made, I'm not sure, whether it's just chucked in them boxes. More pine tables, and then here we've even got one of those for a nice little restaurant or cafe, a West German clock, and we've got these lovely pine sideboards as well. Again, nice pieces these, very modern looking as well. So rather than just sort of the old-fashioned look that you usually get with wood, they've been made to look a lot newer. You can see there as we're flicking through, there's lots of good, interesting pieces in this sale. And another little table there, another one of those little pine sideboards as well. Again, another nice bit, that one. As we come here, well, you've got this big mirror, and then a sun lounger bed. These are solid wood tables with the chairs as well, and they are extremely heavy. I will warn you of that. These are very heavy pieces. Again, so another good mark of the quality is just how nice the items are. Again, this one here, table and 6 chairs. Once again, extremely fine quality, but with all the modern chairs, a little bit dusty, but that'll soon wipe off. You know, it is in a workshop warehouse, all said and done. Wall unit there, and this one here. Now I thought about this one. This is like a display to show doors and things like that, but you could actually buy this as like a fairground attraction prize stall, where you put something behind the door, and people each piece and picks a door, all 6 of them, and then you open the doors and find out if you've won or not. So again, thinking outside the box, there are different ways to sell these items. Little benches again. Pictures, chairs, and chalkboards, all sorts of stuff, even the old pine furniture signed from outside. Again, everything's got to go. We even found this old cam boat here, which is basically one of the old Ross boats, the old trawlers out of Grimsby. Little model there. I wonder if the resident boat buyer might like that one. And as you come here, round tables, we've got air con units. Now this kitchen island is a monster. When you look at the sizes on this in the description, this is a huge thing, all solid wood. Look at that. What a great piece to have. Again, thinking outside the box. If you paid cheap enough for it, would you want it as a kitchen island? Could you maybe use it in your garage or something? You've got storage space in cupboards and drawers, and then a worktop, maybe good for a modeler. Who knows? There's lots of different things that you could use this for. This lovely little bench seat, lovely corner unit, another kitchen island. Again, very similar this one. Again, a good size. Maybe you could use it for something different other than a kitchen island. Again, don't just think to yourself that's what we've got to use it for. There's a car care kit, why not? And lots of interesting stuff that decorated the stuff as well. When it comes to this one, that one, as you've just seen there, that's been sold on its own because it's slightly different colour. These here is being sold as a small kitchen, so you've got the oven, the sink that you place for the Belfast sink in there, the wine racks. But again, this is all solid wood, so it's not like your cheap melamine kitchens. It's a really solid wood piece, this one. And if you've got a small place, or maybe you're just thinking about putting a little bit of a kitchen in your outhouse or your garage or whatever, workshop, then these are all pieces that could be relatively cheap at the auction. Who knows? Anyway, as we keep going down here, you've got microwaves, another big kitchen there. Now what you're buying here is what you see here. If you watch my mouse, it's that and that. Okay, that, believe it or not, is a slightly different colour. So this is the piece that you're buying with the built-in oven and hob, not the microwave. The microwave's separate. And once again, solid pine, this one. It's another lovely piece. So as we come on to the next bit, that's the corner unit. Again, That's a good piece. This one here, we start coming onto the wood now. So when you're looking at the wood on these pictures, there is lots of it. Whether it be chair legs, spindles, banister, balustrade, whatever they're called, there's so many of them. And this is really where the auction comes into its own. Into the back storage rooms, unfinished projects. We've got paints in there. And this is sort of the unfinished project room, stuff that was being worked on. Double wardrobe there. You'll see nice table and chairs, and then you're going to have stuff like this. Now there's a great example. Look at that. No handles on that unit whatsoever. So, but we are selling handles in the sale as well. And you come here, more pieces of furniture and part finished projects. We've also got a Vienna clock. And we've got some sort of long case clocks in there as well that was hidden away in a storeroom at the back. So again, don't just think it's all about the furniture and the wood. These are very sort of a very industrial look shelving units. Again, could be put up in a garage or in a kitchen or whatever, but they've got a very industrial look to them, those. As we come here, pardon me, bed frames, and then again, more unfinished projects. Now, I hate to say this, but the reality of it is, you know what? You haven't just got to use this as wood. You could use it for burning as well. There is the firewood option. Now, when we come on to tools, so this is how we're selling this one. That is all of that. That is what you're buying. And this is going to be interesting for people now because they can get some real bargains. Each picture that you see, you're buying pretty much what you see and what the description matches. Ladders, radios, dovetail jigs, there's several of those, and we even got a dehumidifier, more steps, and then onto some of the power tools and things, extension leads, you name it, anything that would have been in a woodworking workshop, dust extractors. You've got a sack barrow there, you've got more extraction systems, you've got spindle molders, pillar drills, and then even that, I mean, when you look at that big DeWalt unit there on the DeWalt stand as well, that's a big bit of kit, that is, and I would imagine extremely expensive. As you come here, you've got drill bits, and listen, look, as I flick through these Milwaukee stuff, did you see that there? Again, the list is endless for the amount of stuff, power tools, and all the stuff that they was using in this woodworking workshop is just going to be sold on the 10th of December by Prestige Auctions. So look at these, you've got all the tables, you've got table saws, you've got circular saws, you've got big pieces of machinery as well. Once again, Eddie's Removals are going to be helping us with that. So if you do need a quote for getting anything shifted, then do come and talk to us. Now these here are big pieces of pine as well, and these are massive. You'll see from the things there, look at that, 92 inches tall, nice plank pieces, and there's lots of them as well. As you come on to sort of the nicer pieces of wood, there's loads of it. There's wood stores, and that's before we even get to the reclaimed stuff that's coming up. As you come around here, all of this wood here, look, just so much of it. Now, what I was talking about, there's handles, look, boxes of handles. There's going to be some more of those pottery ones coming up in a haberdashery unit that's in another room. All the staining and waxes and stuff, and more of the fire inserts. You've got just so much gear in there. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. So you've got a big basket there full of offcuts of wood. Now them offcuts of wood might be useful to you for whatever you do, your industry, but they also would go in a log burner as well. You would be able to use those. They're not treated by the looks of it, and I don't think there's any paint on them, so they would be possibly okay for burning as well. Again, big table saws like this, lots of this, just so much stuff. DeWalt dust extractors, and as you come around here, you've got these. I mean, somebody was one of the guys that was lotting it was Chris. He was saying how good these are. These are heavy as well, real solid pieces. And there's another one right there as well. Make good chopping boards and so on. As you come here, more frames and things and tables, and then again more big bins full of off-cut wood and stuff. Then we come down here, more big pieces of machinery. Look at that one there, another huge machine, that one, big saws. Again, everything that you would expect to find in a woodworker's workshop, really, but this place is huge. There's just so much gear. I mean, that bench there, pardon me, it's 143 inches long. You need a hell of a workshop to get that one in. We've even got older fireplaces as well that we found in the building. And then you get these cupboards. Now, what you're buying here is a cupboard full of stuff. So you're buying everything that's there. As you come here, another cupboard full of stuff. And then you've even got saw blades. And look at the size of that one at the bottom there. And as you come around here, even some older tiles, nice designs. And then you come around here, you've got all sorts of, I don't know what they are, clamps or something. And again, that one there is a lovely little apprentice's piece of a dresser as well. Another nice bit. As you come here, you then move on to the big trolleys. You get the trolley as if you want it, and all the wood that's in there as well. Lots of interesting bits in these. If you look closely, look, all of that stuff in there. There's loads of it as well. As you come down here, more interesting bits, and then we come to the wood store, and these planks here are extremely long, and I would imagine extremely expensive, but they're there to sell. So you're getting all of that there. All of that I'm showing you with the mouse there is lot number 265. And then as you come down to the next lot, then you're buying that lot there. That's all of that lot, and so on. As you come to the next shelf, though, you are buying the entire shelf. So that one there, you got 265, 266, and then 267 is all of that. 268 is all of that. 269 is all of that. So again, once you come and look at this stuff, you'll get a much better idea of what's there. These ones here, again, big units or big units of wood, balustrade and everything else that's there. So again, have a go at that one. They're there to start. This one here is actually an ELU 1751 arm saw, and this is huge. Underneath that table there is of course the legs to it as well. As you then come here, again, more big boxes of wood and things, and things. I keep saying that word, don't I? Because it's really what it is. There's all sorts of things in there. Anyway, another big cupboard there full of stuff. And then we've even found a random kit of drums in one of the storerooms. And then as you come here, you're then moving on to boxes of assorted, and then we move on to the power guns, staple guns, and then all of these power tools all the way through. Look, even generators and stuff. There is absolutely loads of it. Again, you can look at the catalogue on Easy Live Auction. You can go through this a lot slower than I'm doing now and decide what you want to bid on, if anything, and come down and have a look at it tomorrow. Now, we are saying tomorrow is the viewing, but of course, if anyone does want to arrange a private viewing, if they can't make the times, we will do our best to do that for you, but we can't guarantee it. Power tools everywhere, look. Big cupboards. Another big box there full of off-cut wood and bits and bobs. Who knows what's there? Even some fishing rods. Now that pile there has actually had a load more added to it since we took that picture that we found. So that's not quite showing you exactly what you get. What about that for a bundle of clamps? That's a lot of woodworking clamps. And then the next one is even better. Look at the size of those ones. We've had sort of 10 and 20 quid each for some of these in the general sale. This is a big pile of them. As you come down here, we then start moving on to the reclaimed wood. Well, this reclaimed wood, we've put all the sizes on it. The sizes are in the descriptions. You're getting 5 pieces. And once again, even though this is big and heavy, Eddies Removals are more than happy to move this for you for a fee, of course. And there you go. Look, there's just so much of it. A lot of this out of old houses and goodness knows what else. But they were slowly but surely cleaning this stuff up and using it for different jobs. Now, if you just literally, it's lot after lot after lot of this stuff. And then we go on to saws. We've even got like pallet jacks, more big piles of wood. You've got tables there. The list is absolutely endless. Now, I'm not quite sure how you're going to shift that one. That is a monster. That is a huge piece of old machinery, that one. And literally, as you come down here, there's just so much more stuff. Have a look at the descriptions. Read what you are buying and what you can buy. And as you look down here, there's going to be even more tools. There's even a tennis table. I'm not quite sure where that would have come from. And then more tools, tools, lots of tools if you're a tool buyer. And then as you come here, you've got pieces of furniture, big piles of wood, and then more tools, pillar drills, tools, and more tools. Even the odd bits of furniture in there as well. Even a wheelchair. What about that for that old haberdashery unit? Yeah, it needs a little bit of work, but you're also buying all the contents as well. So that's one as found, but it's a nice piece. And you come here, pine cabinets. What about that for an old bed? Not sure it's complete, but look at the work in there. I mean, you could set this apart and do stuff with the panel in. And again, you know, that could be quite cheap. Who knows? Suitcases, more tools and things, and then they're actually things off an old barrel, of an old Cooper's barrel or something. And down here you come more benches. You've even got a mountain bike in there. More big pieces of machinery like that one and that one and that one. And that one as well, a bit of a toolbox, a large compressor that was actually still working when we went in there. And this is a roof rack for a Mercedes long wheelbase, so you could get plenty of wood and stuff on the top of that. And then you move on to here, you've got a scaffolding tower, big lots of wood, and then you move on to the final pieces of reclaimed wood, which there are quite a few of those as well. Pardon me. As you come through here, more pieces of reclaim. Look again, go onto the Easy Life catalogue yourself and look at all this stuff. You'll be able to look at it a lot with a lot more detail than what I'm showing you here, because we don't want this video to go on forever. So there you go, there's all the reclaimed wood, and then at the end we do some real big piles of it as well. So anyone that is looking for this stuff, any reclamation yards and things across the UK that are interested in this, then do come and have a look tomorrow. Come to the or view online. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Get signed up for this auction. Really is a good opportunity, this one, to make some money or to save some money. So listen, last bit, just all the important points once again. Viewing is tomorrow from 9 in the morning until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. If you are a trader, we might be able to arrange another viewing for you by appointment if possible, but we can't guarantee it. Eddie's Removals are going to be doing all the removals for us. Of course, you can come and pick them up yourself. On the Thursday and Friday, we are not available to pick stuff up on the day of the auction. There's nobody there. The auction's taking place at Prestige Auctions on Cleethorpes Road, Orwell Street, Grimsby, and also the viewing's taking place at the Pine Centre, Coalsalt Yard, Industrial Estate off Convamore Road in Grimsby. And then you can bid on Easy Live, and you can bid live in the room as well. We're looking forward to this one. It's going to be a little bit different for us. Hopefully people will turn out and give this gentleman that spent his life doing this a good retirement send-off. Thanks ever so much for watching this one, everybody. We'll see you all very soon at the auction.